I have reached my first 800 credit score. Yes. Hey guys, welcome back to yet another video. If you are new here, my name is Temi. Thank you for tuning in. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for returning. Now let's get to the video. I've been wanting to talk about this for a little while, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I reached my first 800 credit score. And what do I mean by my first 800 credit score? So obviously, you know how you do have three credit scores. It's TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. I reached my first 800 credit score with TransUnion. I'm super excited. So specifically, my score is an 810. So again, super duper excited. We receive information at different times and stuff. So your credit scores all across the board won't always line up or be updated at the same time and stuff. But if I already have the one for TransUnion, then I just need to wait for Equifax and Experian to update, and then it'll all kind of like balance out, or maybe the numbers will be around each other. I originally came from a really low credit score. Like I'm talking super low, like 400 something or 500 something. Years ago, when I was in my mid 20s, I came from having a super duper low credit score. And I thought that I would never ever reach like an 800 anything ever credit score. So when I looked in at my credit scores on Experian like 2 or 3 days ago, and it updated, and then I saw that TransUnion said 810. I was like, oh my gosh, this is freaking amazing. Like I was so happy and I was so excited because I've been on a financial health journey for a very long time. So just to give you guys a little bit of a backstory. So what happened was, the reason why I had such a super low credit score was because it all started back to when I was around the age of like 18. I would say pretty much like entering college. When I was around the age of 18, and my dad had taken out a credit card in my name. So it didn't stop there. Eventually, he went on to take out another two more credit cards in my name. So by the time I got to the age of like 22 or 23, just fresh coming out of college and stuff, he had opened three credit cards in my name without my approval or anything, and he was using them. So I will make a separate video about that. So if you guys want to tune in and check that out, please feel free to do so if you want to really hear my story. It took me so many years, tears, sweat, court cases, battles, everything to get to where my score is today. I just fought so much for it. I wanted to be in better shape financially. I made sure that I stayed on top of payments. I fought whatever I could to get like whatever negative marks removed that I could, sending out letters and stuff, whatever I could do. So pretty much between the age of 24 up until like my age now, I'm 33. That's such a long gap. That's almost 10 years. It's almost 10 years that it took for me to get my score up to where it is today. Granted, my score had reached a 700. I would say it was a 700 for a good while. Definitely for a good while. I would say mm, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago is when it first reached that like 700, which is considered, considered good. Don't get me wrong, it's considered good. But for me, it's like, because my score has started out being on such a low end of imperfection, I wanted to make sure that I got it to the higher end of almost perfection. So that's why for me, I am super, super proud of myself. I gave myself a pat on the back. And I'm just super happy to say that I reached my first 800 credit score with TransUnion. I've worked so hard for this. Not only did I do this for myself, but I also did this to make sure that whatever future family that I'm gonna have, is also gonna be well taken care of. Because I mean, if you have bad credit, how are you really going to be able to take care of, like, a family or like children and stuff? Like, America revolves so much around credit. It's insane. Like, it's really crazy. So for me, it's like not just the financial goal that I set for myself, but also just working so hard on it to erase all of those negative memories of the bad experiences of the financial abuse that I took from my parent with my credit score. But I just wanted to share this story with you all and say, you know, everyone is on their own sort of financial journey, whether it's paying off student loans or paying off a credit card, paying off your mortgage, getting your credit up or something, or, whatever it may be, or there might be people going through bankruptcy and stuff and they don't even know, like, where to even begin all over again with their life. I just want you to encourage yourself to, like, not give up, keep pushing hard. It's going to take time. My journey, for me, it took 9 years. 9 years, that's a very long time. And it's not to say that that's how long it will take for a lot of other people, but for me it took 9 years. Like I stated before, some of the things that I had to go through involved courts and stuff and everything. So that did take a little bit longer with, like, the whole process. And of course, like, COVID happened, so a lot of things slowed down and stuff. But I'm just super excited. And I really do hope as well for everyone who is on their own financial journey. I really hope you get to where you are trying to get to, because especially with the way the economy is right now, it is so freaking hard. There's inflation going on. Rents or mortgages aren't cheap anymore. Things are just out of control right now, and a lot of people are relying on financial resources that's sinking them lower than they want to go, credit cards, loans, etc., etc. So I just want to say, like, don't give up. Definitely, like, don't give up ever, ever. For me as well, like, some of the debts that I had to also take care of. So my biggest one was student loans. I also paid off my student loans this year. Woo! I paid it off in February, and that for me was another big load off of, um, reaching the financial goal that I wanted to reach. Because obviously, we all know student loans suck. They're money suckers, the interest on them suck. For me, my student loan balance that I paid off was 72,000 and some change. So, it felt really good to just see it as paid and closed on my credit. Granted, though, it sucks because with student loans, and I had heard of this before, but, like, I thought, it was more of like a case by case basis. So I didn't think it would happen to me. But with student loans, if you pay it off, unfortunately, even though it's a good thing, you kind of are rewarded, like, in a negative way, because it ends up causing your credit score to drop. So, like, mine dropped somewhere between like 10 and 20 points, which freaking sucked. I'm like, well, that defeats the purpose of me trying to achieve my financial goal. Like, how do you, like, is this how people are, rewarded for hard work and stuff? So yeah, but if you go through something like that, again, don't be discouraged. Credit goes up and down and everything. So I'm just super happy to say that I've reached my first 800 credit score. And I'm not going to become comfortable or anything, because obviously it's one thing to reach something, but then it's another thing to maintain it. So I feel like the maintenance is really where the work is going to come in and stuff. Just staying consistent on your payments, keeping things paid down, trying not to carry a balance from month to month if it's like a loan or credit card, whichever one it may be for you. But this is my story, and I really hope that it inspires someone out there. So once again, don't give up. You're going to get to where you're going to go. Everyone's timeline is different. If you're wondering like what I'm wearing, so yeah, I just got back from a breast cancer walk with the organization Support Connection. So hence the hat and the little pink and whatever else you see that I have going on. But once again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye.